You read the title. People in our modern day are incredibly depressed. Depression is now, in this day and age, seen as normal in a way. Think about the people you know in your life. There's an extremely good chance that 1 in 10 people that you know experiences, no, not even 1 in 10, like 1 in 3 experiences some form of depression. They might not even know it. Chances are you don't either, but it's there. It's terrible. Depression is this evil, evil demon that plagues millions, hurts them, scorns them, and even kills them. I'm making this video to hopefully spread a message, spread awareness that this is a serious issue and we need to, we as people of God, need to find a way to put a stop to this. Usually in these videos, I'll write down like tips or something, like little. I usually try to script these videos somewhat. I decided not to do that today because I feel like this really needs to be natural. This needs to be 100% real. As I'm talking to you, if you're watching this and you're depressed, if you probably are actually. Please stick around. I hope to give you some important insight and some important value in this video. So my first point today is the reason why I personally believe, my theory anyway, why depression has risen. It's depression used to be fairly low in our lives. In the past, like 100 years ago, depression was fairly low. It skyrocketed recently. I've been trying to think why. Why has there been such a change in our modern perception of life, in our modern feelings? Or maybe I should have scripted this video. I'm kind of struggling here. But let me just get to the point here. First reason that I've come up with really is that social media is in large part to blame, really. In recent years, depression has skyrocketed. And if you think about this scientifically, you have to think about, well, something changed in our world. Depression has increased. So to think of cause and effect, what change could have caused this change in our modern world? And that is social media. Depression has increased pretty much like this is the rise of social media, it's the rise of depression. They are linked. They're increasing pretty much neck and neck. And people always advertise, like social media companies advertise, Mark Zuckerberg or whatever, say social media is great, connects people, and they show like a picture of a happy family or whatever, and they're all connected, social media, blah, 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 blah. So most social media used to be kind of this cool thing, like everyone's connected now. You can communicate vast distances. I am literally sitting in my backyard recording a YouTube video for people to see. You're able to see what I record on this camera. So social media used to be a fairly positive thing. But what changed? Well, these companies started to care more and more about the numbers. They started to care more and more about sales, ad revenue. You see, every business sells some sort of product. What product are social media companies selling? Because you may think that you're the consumer, that you're the buyer of a social media company, right? But it's free for you. Who are the people that these companies are selling to? They're selling to ad companies. They want ad revenue. Me making this video, I'm making this completely for free. All I'm giving you is my time and some sort of value from the message of these videos. Social media companies, they sell your attention. That is their currency, is attention. They're selling your attention to ads to other companies for you to watch their ads and for them to get your ad revenue. With that being said, do you think a company would care about your mental health? You're not even who they're selling to. You're the product. You think that a company cares about the mental health of their product? No. So, what about social media causes such poor mental health? And that is your human nature to compare yourselves to others. You see, as human beings, we're meant to live in tribes. You see, the human mind has changed very little to none since the caveman days when we used to live in tribes. This is scientifically proven, by the way, that our brain has changed little next to none in structure. So, if we're meant to live in tribes, what's our tribe? What does our tribe look like? Well, it's your family, it's your friends, but it's also people you watch on social media. You may not believe me, but think about this. In the old days when everyone was living in total isolation, like the next tribe, like the next village or whatever was 200 miles away and you had to walk there. No one was going to do that. So your tribe was pretty much the only people that you saw every day for almost your entire life. Who are you seeing right now? You're seeing me. You're seeing thousands of other creators. You're seeing thousands, at least 100 per day, unless you have like very little screen time or whatever. You're seeing hundreds of people a day, which means this is a huge tribe. Your brain doesn't understand. Your brain thinks, your caveman mind thinks that you live in this massive, massive tribe, thousands of people, and you're running into hundreds every day. So it's probably millions of people. We're so connected that our tribe is pretty much worldwide. That is extremely, extremely stressful for your brain. Because naturally, what do we want to do? If we live in a tribe and there's people in that tribe who don't like us, who criticize us, disagree with us, then we could get kicked out of that tribe. If we're viewed as a bad hunter, If we lived in a tribe and you were a bad hunter and you could not kill anything to save your life, what do you think people in your tribe would do? Well, they'd probably give you a different job, like say, "Oh, you're gonna be our gatherer." But if you suck at that too, you're gone. You're kicked out of a tribe. If you can't give the tribe value, then you're gonna get kicked out of a tribe. That's just a simple fact of what life was probably like back then. And so if your brain is designed and your brain evolved in these conditions of I could get kicked out of the tribe if people don't like me, and you're now trying, which means if you get kicked out of a tribe, if people don't like you, then naturally you're going to try to impress everybody. I'm sure there's a whole thing of like, oh, don't be a people pleaser. But deep down, everybody is kind of a people pleaser. Everyone wants people to like them. Everyone wants people to accept them. And so, naturally, if you're seeing thousands of people a day, you're going to try to impress thousands of people per day. That's impossible. And so, if and on the internet, you get, if you post anything on the internet, you're going to get some sort of comment. You're going to get some sort of comments. People are going to always have their opinion. And so you're posting something online and someone gives you a negative comment. Your brain thinks, oh no, oh no, we gotta change our mentality. We gotta do better. We got to fix this because if this person doesn't agree with me, other people probably don't agree with me, and other people probably don't like me. And if people don't like me, then I can get kicked out of a tribe, and I could die, and I could get eaten by a saber-toothed tiger. That is how your brain responds to water break. That's what your brain thinks. And so I'm thinking about this, and I think to myself, "Well, no wonder people are depressed. No wonder people struggle to find fulfillment in their life. People are trying to impress millions. And if they aren't impressed, if people aren't impressed, then your brain thinks you can get kicked out of a tribe. And so you are basically constantly in this high stress situation of I could get kicked out of a tribe. We're not meant to live like this. We're meant to live in these small, little, tight knit groups of your family and your friends and get fulfillment out of that. But you're trying to impress thousands and millions of people every single day. You're gonna fail. You're gonna end up not impressing them. That's just a guarantee. This video's getting a little long, so I'm gonna try to wrap it up here. Please, I beg of you, delete as many social media accounts, whatever, social media platforms as you can. It's not healthy at all. Seriously. It's going to be difficult. You get dopamine from those things. You feel like you get happiness and pleasure out of those things. But your future self, I guarantee your future self will thank you if you delete TikTok, you delete Instagram, delete Snapchat, delete Facebook. I'm gonna make a push to completely cut out YouTube Shorts from my life. I can't cut out YouTube because, I make YouTube videos, but you know how you can like view your screen time. My goal, and we all need to set realistic goals, but for me personally, I feel like a realistic goal would be to lower my screen time to 1 hour a day. And you may think like, oh, I'm only on my phone like an hour and a half a day. I'm just busy, guys. View your screen time. If you're on your phone a lot and you think you're only on like an hour a day, you're probably on your phone like 5, 6 hours. My average is 3 to 4 hours. That's not okay because I'm meeting thousands of people in just that 4 hour period of time. And my brain tries to impress them, and my brain fails. So I'll wrap it all up. You lower your screen time at the minimum. At the minimum, lower your screen time. At best, delete as many social media apps as possible. Maybe you have a few that you can't let go. And you're going to want to eventually, but as a start, I think you should delete probably the worst app when it comes to bad mental health, and that is TikTok and Instagram. Videos get way too long. So, made to the end. Thanks. uh, if you made it to the end, thanks. Stay wild. Have a good rest of your day. If you're struggling with mental health, I believe in you, and I accept you for who you are. Stay wild.